because it's been 4 years since the July 2021 unrest, which culminated in 8 days of looting, destruction, as well as chaos. The violence began on the 9th of July in KwaZulu Natal and spread even to Gauteng by the 11th, claiming over 300 lives and inflicting nearly 50 billion rand in economic damage. Sparked by former President Jacob Zuma's arrest for contempt of court, the riots devastated businesses, infrastructure, and even communities. Joining us now is Mervin Govender from the Phoenix Residents Association. And the reason we're talking to you, Mervin, is because we're trying to understand where we are as things currently stand, in fact, with regards to the investigations, families receiving justice, etc. Do you know anything thus far with regards to these investigations and how far they've gone?
Good morning, sir, to your viewers and yourself. Currently, as it stands, in fact, from 2021, it was placed on record. No political party actually came on board when these riots took place. So it was just myself from the Phoenix Residents Association and Abishlali Basim Jondolo that gave a joint statement. And politicians refused to confront and even give any statements until 2 weeks had passed by, and then they had come onto any media platform. So currently, we as activists from 2021 for defending, the Black community and trying to build Indo-African relations, we've been targeted by an ultra right-wing party that's now formed and that's part of that's enrolled as in the IEC. And this ultra right-wing party is Indian in nature. They drive apparently a pro-Indian agenda. They backed up by senior magistrates that have went on record and said, we support this party, we support this individual. And the entire debacle in terms of the July 2021 riots has been basically polarized. You're getting more ultra right-wing parties that are emerging and political clowns that are now want to take their chance. And instead of building Indo-African relations, they are coming to basically destroy the Indo-African relations and community. So currently, as we stand, the NPA, lacks the will to even prosecute any of the, for example, guys that committed cybercrime. I mean, Section 54 of the Cybercrime Act specifically says that you don't have to have a complainant. Now, if you have this ultra right-wing party and the leader of this ultra right-wing party that is now coming and making inflammatory speeches about the Black majority, and more especially like the maids and for example, public servants, journalists, you call them 30%, are you not polarizing and inciting racial tension? And we've reported this matter to SAPS. SAPS refused to prosecute this individual. This individual is one of the instigators in the July 2021 riots. And he's got over 50 videos that are there out circulating in the public domain that ridicules, that mocks, that harass Black people. Now, how are we supposed to build a strong South Africa when individuals like these operate with the culture of impunity? They know for a fact the Hawks are not going to arrest them, SAPS is not going to arrest them. Now, it puts into perspective, if you can arrest Bonginkosi Kanile, and if you can arrest the President Zuma's daughter, Duduzile Zuma, what makes this specific individual that's continuing spewing hatred amongst the Indo-African community? So, and there's senior Indian prosecutors that are backing this individual. There's senior Indian magistrates. They're not interested in building Indo-African relations. They want to ensure the community gets divided and, we live in isolation. Yeah. I mean, I didn't grow up in a racist background. I'm not a racist. But you have individuals, and if we stand up for the Black community, we are called kafabutis, etc. And this is unfair on us because,
Mervin,
I mean, we have to build race relations.
Mervin, are you at liberty at all to say the name of the party, the political party you are speaking to or speaking about? Only because we would then like to speak to them and try to find answers from them as well with regards to this.
Well, it's the NIC 1860. It's an absolute racist party. It's racist to the core. It's like how you would get an AWB within the right-wing Afrikaner community. You have this community this political party that spits venom, absolute venom in the community. The last election, they had 16 votes in the local ward election, but still, you are now propagating and advancing a racist agenda. And I don't understand how IEC register parties like this. I've just went online and saw this other party aligned to ISIS has not got registration. So how is IEC registering parties that does not align themselves with the atmosphere of democracy?
Yeah.
To me, I seem baffled.
Yeah. Look, I think that's one matter as well that we'll certainly try to look into in some other ways as well. But I wanted to also just talk just about the communities in and around the families of those victims that, you know, were meant to receive some sort of justice, of course, and closure, and yet not receiving it at this time as well. Then where to from here ultimately? What can be done from here? I mean, time has ultimately passed from 2021 to now, more than 4 years in fact then as well. It obviously is painful for some.
I can't speak for the government departments. I'll speak for my association. So what we've done to build Indo-African relations, there was an individual that was fired, and he was giving, you know, a racist statement. It was a racist statement. Well, according to he was taken to Equality Court. He apologized to the Indian community, and we've gone now to assist him with his labor case because he was fired from work, and he works at the Toyota plant. Now, because he posted something, and during the 2021 July riots, things were tense. People were, you know, saying whatever they wanted on social media. And this ultra-right-wing party, again, comes through, go and charge him at the Equality Court, which he's had his day. I think he had to issue an apology. But he's lost his bread and butter. And we've now given him full support. And he's a friend of Delani Kanile that was brutally massacred you know, he was brutally killed in Phoenix. Now, our intention is to assist to, you know, build the bridges and ensure it's not our job. It's government's job to ensure who are these 300 and somewhat people that were murdered or were massacred, and try and ensure they get some sort of reprieve. Last time, you know, we spoke about you know, giving compensation, even like I mean, a house or something, a RGP house, because most of these people that went out in these riots to go and loot were actually people that come from impoverished background. And they had to go through Phoenix to get to, for example, the different homesteads, etc. And that is how this racial tension, so it was multi-layered. It was not only our ex-president's incarceration that led to it. It was multifaceted, multi-layered. It was also the gangster element within the Phoenix community that has not been dealt with adequately.
Yeah.
And this obviously, you know, there's still a bit of tension out there. You cannot say there's for example, I can't go into Dube village, you know, and not be seen at. I mean, this is South Africa. I can go anywhere in my country. So, I mean, just the fact that, and even this national dialogue, you know, what I don't understand is this national dialogue includes a sect, the mercantile class of the community, the Muslim and the Gujarati, that just forms 5% of the Indian community. Yeah. What about the Tamil speakers? I'm Tamil Indo. Yeah. And the Hindi-speaking people. We are not represented in this country.
Yeah.
So you're having a national dialogue, but you're excluding the major role player, which is the Tamil community and the Hindi community.
Mervin.
And it's high time President Ramaphosa, I mean, he promoted a guy that puts up a racist poster calling ANC call you cowards and DA call you heroes. Dean McPherson has been promoted as a minister of public works. How do you do that in a democracy?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, I don't understand. You promote a guy that's inculcating racism
Mervin,
in our community.
Yeah. Mervin, unfortunately, that's all the time we have, unfortunately. But thank you so much for the time. And I think your words certainly being heard with regards to this one.